Jesus,
What's
dog.
going on, guys?
Hey,
Kate's back.
Kate's
I'm
back.
hey. How's everyone doing? How are the past couple weeks been? Missing me dearly, I know.
Yeah,
okay.
it's been a couple months, it feels like. Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, it really has.
What have you been up to, Kate?
I've just been posting. I'm doing football content now, so that's taking up a lot of my time. Just dealing with some work stuff outside, legal issues on podcasts, but we're all good now, so I'm happy to be
Legal
back.
issues? Are you about to get arrested?
Yeah. Yep. They're gonna take me away. Just posting way too much.
You got a felon on air. She's dangerous, guys. Watch out.
Wait, Ian, where are you? Are you on vacation?
I am currently apartment shopping in Scottsdale right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. Did you find anything good?
I haven't started yet. I got here last night. First apartment tour is after this. A lot of big changes in my life recently. I'm getting a car. Like, I'm growing up a little bit. I started paying my phone bill yesterday. Sick. I feel like a grown up.
That's when you know. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, the first, I actually do have to pay for the phone that I use every day.
Yeah.
That sucked for me.
That happened at 18 years old for me. I had to get my car insurance paid for. I had to pay for my phone bill, and I had to start paying for gas. My parents are like, have fun in college.
Yeah. Well, in baseball years, I'm like 30, so I got a late start.
Man, baseball years, I'm like 80, bro.
You're like ancient.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
anytime I let the hair grow out too long, you can see all the gray hairs. So I gotta keep it short.
No, adulting. I don't like it. I had to pay like my accountant, obviously, because he did my taxes, and I just like got a bill in my email. I'm like, wait, why do I have to pay you? And it's like, oh, because you like did all of my taxes last year. I thought you just like do this stuff for free. Like I didn't realize that's how they like make money is by doing people's taxes.
Good of his heart.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. But almost best time of the year, almost postseason. I'm so excited. Couple of thought starters as we get through it. Emerging trend of relievers turned starters this year. I know Seth Lugo was a big example. Can play a role as we enter the playoffs. What are your guys' takes on this? I know like Nestor Cortez for me, he was a reliever. They turned him into a starter. He had a little bit of a rocky start, but he's been doing so much better. Like the future with baseball, and then in terms of playoffs as well.
Yeah, so for me, this is one of the things I preach to all of my pitchers, like the trend that like the old school thought of pitchers like being like the last stop shop before they go into retirement is converting from a starter and going into the reliever role. So it's like you're a failed starter. You have to go to the pen before your career's over. But it's kind of like a shift in the culture a little bit where everyone's starting to become more efficient and they're starting to kind of raise the capacity of what they're capable of. And so Nestor's a great example. Like him out of the pen is extremely effective, but he can also step into a starter role and lengthen innings because he moves so well. And yeah, a lot of old school relievers just had very inefficient patterns, and they could just like get a guy out here and there because they were funky, but now they're throwing efficiently and they just have really good stuff.
I kind of got to answer that with a question. Like, how do you determine what reliever is going to be a good starter? Based off, is like a high effort reliever not a good candidate for a starter, or like what does that look like?
Yeah, so for me, it's how well they make throwing hard look easy or effortless. That kind of determines like how much each throw is going to put miles on the body. So yeah, it's more of an intent thing, but you do have those high effort starters that have lasted forever. Like Verlander is a great example of that. Like the dude puts like 400 pounds of pressure into his lead leg every time he throws, and he has an aggressive hand coming out of the glove, but he still lasts as long as he had so far. So yeah, there's no glass ball that you can look through and see like who's going to last the longest. It's the phrase projectability is thrown out there, but at the end of the day, you're rolling the dice on the most likely candidate to be successful for a long amount of time. And the guys that look like shortstops on the mound are typically the guys that you want to like put your money behind.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Verlander, I have a question for you guys, just because I've been seeing this. And it's kind of crazy that this might be the first year he's in the postseason and not hurt and not going to be in the starting rotation, just because like he's been coming back from injury, and obviously his ERA is pretty high right now. He played the Diamondbacks the other day, gave up like 8 runs in 3 innings. Do you think Justin Verlander would go to the bullpen in the postseason, or you think he's either in the rotation or he's not on the postseason roster?
So I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Okay.
Are you referring to Verlander's like his ego, or are you saying like would management not let him go to the bullpen?
No, ego, full ego. It's like, no, I'm not going to the pen. Absolutely not.
I personally think that Verlander's just a gamer. Like he's the epitome of like being a good teammate, and he would do whatever role that is needed for him to have a winning season. That like I respect the heck out of him, because I just know I've listened to a lot of his articles and interviews and stuff, and he seems like a team guy.
Yeah.
I think that dude's been in the league so long that he just wants to win. Like when you're in the league for that long, you're not worried about like staying there, right? He's kind of a staple as long as he's healthy. He just wants to win. That's what I think. I don't know the guy personally, but that's what I think he wants to do.
Yeah, I agree.
So
yeah, there's that thing where you're told never to meet your heroes. So I'm heroizing, or I don't even know the phrase, but I'm hoping that that's what his answer would be.
Yeah. I just think it'd be so weird to like not see him pitch at all in the postseason.
Yeah.
Like that's just Justin Verlander not pitching the postseason. Like now I feel ancient. I'm like, wait, no, that's literally his bread and butter. What are you talking about? But
who's the last notable starter to relieve in the World Series? Did Scherzer do that?
Oh my gosh! Like immediately, all I think is Mad Bum. But I think Scherzer came out. Did Scherzer come out of the pen last year? I'm trying to think.
I'm stumped on that question, to be honest.
I know they were all. I don't think they were. I don't think anyone did last year, because I remember like Gallen was warming up for the Diamondbacks at one point, and oh my gosh, who is the Phillies starter? Not Nola, the other. Oh, Wheeler. Wheeler was in the Phillies pen, but I don't think either one of them came out. The first one I think of is Mad in the 2014 World Series with the Giants.
Yeah.
I want to see Mad Bum freaking get some more ABs. Like guys like Mad Bum just freaking raking. That's what I want to see, bro.
Yeah, dude. He's got a better swing than me, bro.
That's not saying that much.
It's not.
Stop! No. I love Mad Bum. He's great. We should bring him back for like a retirement thing. Like he should. I hosted this home run derby X thing for Major League Baseball. I'm like, bring him back. Let him hit some home runs, like just for fun. I feel like it'd be cool.
100%. Have him come back as a DH or something.
Yeah. Shocker. David Wells was taking a couple shots at the commish, a couple shots on a podcast recently. He called Rob Manfred the worst commissioner in the game, and that he is trying to change too much. And I don't know why you'd want to change something that's been around for 150 years. I have a very interesting take on this. Obviously, I'm curious with you guys, but I feel like all the changes in the game have been beneficial. Like, I personally think the pitch clock saved Major League Baseball. Like, a lot of people weren't watching. People are watching now. The game is faster. So, I don't know. Love Wellesley, but I have to respectfully disagree here.
The commissioner shot is definitely up for debate, but what he was saying about the analytics, like he was like saying like, oh, it's not about analytics, it's about like knowing your stuff and trusting your stuff, and like forget the analytics. Like, dude, he was definitely like an old head with that. I think there's definitely benefits to having analytics, but yeah, calling Manfred, I think he's very opinionated on that, simply because there are a lot of things that could be viewed as like not helpful for the game. I think that I'm kind of on the fence there.
Yeah. Has anyone ever had anything positive to say about a commissioner in any sport? Like, who's a good commissioner?
Excellent point, Ian. Excellent point.
I don't even have anything to compare it to, because like they apparently to everybody they all suck. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Commissioners and umpires are kind of in that same category.
Yeah.
It's like a lose-lose situation, regardless.
100%. You're always going to get someone mad, no matter what decision you make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of another hot takes, avid Dodger fan Rob Lowe said the Dodgers are a scrappy underdog team. Despite the Dodgers having $1 billion payroll, they are the underdogs this year. Are the Dodgers the underdogs? The laughter is killing me.
I've it's almost impossible to say it, but just to play devil's advocate and to shoot for Rob Lowe's side and to not have him get canceled, I'm gonna say I understand where you're coming from with all the starting pitcher injuries, but still, come on, man, you gotta respect like the Otanis and the superstars of the game right now. It's crazy. Although he did say that one of his coolest experiences of meeting Shohei was like getting his picture taken with Shohei in the dugout or in the clubhouse, and how like did you guys read that part where Ohtani was essentially half dressed, and then Ohtani like proceeded to like get fully dressed, get fully suited up for his uniform, and then take the picture, and then he was like humble enough to ask Rob for permission to post it on his page. Like that was super cool to see from Ohtani. But yeah, I think Rob is onto something with the starter injuries, but yeah, to see to see that it's like the underdog mindset, I don't know about that.
Payroll don't say so. That's it. That's all I got to say.
No, I feel like the moves this offseason and like everything, I mean, they didn't do a lot at the trade deadline, but all of the moves that they did make, I don't know how you could say they're the underdog. That's like us, like the Yankees being like, we're the underdogs. Like we didn't make the postseason last year. So obviously this year we're the underdogs, even though we're freaking have Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole. Like, I don't know. I feel like payroll has a lot to do with it, but I understand his point to like we have a lot of injuries. So it's not like a clear shot at making the World Series. We'll see. Okay. I don't know much about these cleats. I'm going to be honest. Guys, I haven't worn cleats since college, and I think mine were like $100. These are $440 Adidas cleats. Which one of you would wear these? Would you guys wear them? They're like bedazzled, it looks like. They're purple. I'm kind of a fan. I don't know if that much money.
Well, you know, I feel some kind of way about that. But I will say that since all my knee injuries, I'm not very fast, and cleats like that would make me look like I'm flying. So hell yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, my first year with the Diamondbacks, I was wearing just some like beat cleats that I got in college, and my teammates were calling me out. I had one guy, his name was Jojo, like or Jose. That's what his name was. First name, last name. It was the best name. But the dude literally was sponsored by a company of cleats, and he got me some like brand new Jordans. He's like, these are swag. You don't have swag. Now you do. So obviously, no, I would not buy those cleats.
It's the famous Deion Sanders line. You look good, you play good, you play good. No, you look good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good. Yeah. There we go.
That was beautiful. That was so well spoken, Ian.
That's why I didn't get paid good.
Yeah, no, honestly, I would just blame it on the cleats. I would blame it on what you're wearing. It's fine.
Drip factor not present.
You've met me, Ian. I got zero swag, bro.
Bobby, but that's what makes you great, bro.
Well, I'd rather get paid more than just be great.
Do you guys go through? Kind of related. Do you go through a lot of cleats in a season, or like a lot of gloves in a season? I've heard that question asked with professional players.
Okay, so this really, really varies because like most of us don't have the financial backing to have a different pair of cleats every like few games. Same with gloves. But this past season, I did get to get a few pair of cleats because Adidas helped me out. And I would switch pretty often, but my feet would hurt. Like I never got really comfortable in one pair of cleats. So I'd probably only have 2 or 3 in the rotation for the season. I wouldn't have any more than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to Ian's point, like it's almost like a superstition thing. Like you don't want to change the cleats when you're on a hot streak. So like you kind of just like stick with what's good. But I've been on a couple teams where you had like your home cleats and your away cleats, but that's like very rare. I've always like feeling comfortable with the way my foot's placed on the ground. I feel like with baseball specifically, your footing is everything. And if you're not comfortable in what you're wearing, then it's going to be weird. And like my glove is like, I like have a relationship with my glove. So I don't ever want to switch that thing out. I still have the same glove that I paid for with my signing bonus like over a decade ago.
The same glove you've used the entire time?
Yep. Yeah. It's like 14 years old or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's a nostalgic thing for me, but I do know a lot of people who have like 15 different gloves. So yeah, I'm a unique bird, I think.
Yeah. I'm like that with my bats. I have bats that I keep for a very long time. I have this running tradition. Okay. Whenever I get a new bat, brand new baseball bat, you don't take the wrapper off of it or anything. She sleeps with me the first few nights, every single time. Lay her in bed, tuck her in, got to take care of her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's wild. You guys are super superstitious. That's crazy.
Hey, it's bad luck to be superstitious.
Ian's superstitious. He sleeps with the bat.
I've definitely had my glove tucked in next to me as well.
It's not a superstition. It's a relationship.
That's what it is.
It's different.
I take care of her. She takes care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's actually so valid.
TLC, baby.
Maybe I should have slept with my bat more, and then maybe I would have, hit over 220 in college, and that would have been better. Couple viral clips from the week, not a ton. One of them was Anthony Rizzo returning to Wrigley. What a showing! Like, what an ovation! This was probably one of the best ones I have seen in a very long time. Like, you could just tell how much he was adored when he played for the Cubs.
Well, one of the highest honors in baseball is to get the Roberto Clemente Award. So anyone who gets the Roberto Clemente Award like deserves that level of respect. So all props to him. Like he's such a good dude.
Yeah, just shows his character and the person he was when he was there. Speaks a lot. If I remember correctly, a little off topic, but kind of still has to deal with Rizzo. He had like cancer at 18, right? Yeah. That dude is just different. Mm-hmm. That dude's different.
And I think at the Cubs game, he had like 20 to 30 like cancer patients there. Like he gave tickets to the game, which was really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. The dude's iconic. He's gonna go down as one of the greats in baseball for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of tickets at games, this is a little random. I didn't know that major leaguers have to buy their own tickets for the game.
What?
So if your buddy, if you like have a friend who's playing the major leagues and you ask them for tickets, like they are the ones who buy the tickets for you. Yeah. So I didn't know this, and I'm not going to name any names, but I had a friend went to go see him play. I was like, hey, can I get some tickets? He's like, yeah. And I'm thinking, and I figured out that like, okay, you have to buy tickets, but he just signed a huge contract. Okay, huge contract. Bro had us up in the nosebleed. Said, hey, dude, it's expensive today. Just said, they're freezing, dude.
That I'm so confused about that because I always get like every time that I get tickets from like one of the players that I've coached and stuff, like I always get to go in like the friends and family section
because they pay for that.
But it's always the same spot, so they pay for like the exact same tickets.
I guess
that's interesting. That's crazy. I feel bad for asking all the times that I've asked now, bro.
Yeah.
Especially those guys who are just up for a cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh, they like just got called up. Can you please like bring me to the game?
Why am I not behind home plate, bro?
Yeah. You guys are familiar with like clubhouse like dues, right? Like how you have to pay the clubby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's like extremely expensive at the big league level. Like I think $1,000 a week or something like that. It's something insane. So for those guys who are coming up for a cup of coffee, like they have to pay like essentially like $100 a day, or so with tip it's like $1,000. But I mean they get treated really good, but it's like super pricey.
$1,000 from each dude.
I think I want to say, I mean, I could be a complete exaggeration, but I'm pretty sure like the rumors that I heard were correct. I never had to pay that. I was like $1 a day because we were getting like $1,400 a month. But
Why do we choose this career path?
Yeah. It's like more expensive.
You could hang out in a major league dugout, or just hang out with major leaguers and get paid $1,000 from each of them.
Yeah.
might be a rumor. I'm pretty sure I'm right though.
We're going to release this. People are going to be like, what is Bobby talking about?
I've had that happen on content I've made before where I just was completely wrong on an analogy. All the stiffs were like, well, technically, push the glasses up.
Well, I will say this at least. So you can't be like too far off, right? You can't be too far off. There's how many guys are on the big league roster, on the active roster?
40,
20,
right?
Or yeah, so 40 man. But how many people are like actually in the clubhouse? Like 26, 27, something like that. So think about this. You can't be too far off. There's 20-ish guys, right? It takes $271 a day to make $100,000 in a year. So regardless, that clubby is probably fine. Even if you're way off, dude, he's making a great living still.
Yep.
Ian, that was like really quick mental math. $270 in a day. That kind of threw me out. I was like, how do you do that so fast? No, but that's a point. They're probably making like decent money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bullpen catchers, they'll make pretty decent money as well. Like I remember just tipping alone, like bullpen catchers were just raking off of the tips. So yeah, there's a lot of the money gets spread out pretty evenly when you're in the clubhouse. Whether it's the bullpen catchers, the chefs, the clubbies, whoever it is, like those guys take care of the people that take care of them.
Cool. I can't get over that you have to pay for tickets. The players pay for the tickets and the family. I thought they all get like 2 tickets. I don't know. I guess I was off. It's fine.
Freaking MLB.
The Mets are making the playoffs. I'm calling it now. But Mark Vientos had a walk-off home run. Mets are hot. Lindor on 9/11 had a walk-off not a walk-off. Go-ahead home run in the top of the 9th. How important for you guys that have played is momentum, like especially now, mid-September, going into the playoffs?
It's everything. Like if you're not hot at the right moment, like it's going to be very difficult for you not to get steamrolled by the guys that are.
Yeah. Think about the Nats a few years ago. They started out, they sucked. They got hot at the right time. That's what it's about. Baseball is all about timing.
Yeah, I agree. Even the Diamondbacks last year, like 84-win team, and then they just got super hot at the end of September into October, made it to the freaking World Series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's why the postseason's the best, because anyone can win.
Yeah, that home run was freaking hype. That thing sounded so loud coming off the bat. Oh my gosh! Ian, did you get a chance to see that swing, man?
Oh, dude, 100%. I saw that swing, dude. 100%. I freaking love it. I think the coolest part was the bat flip or the bat toss. I just hated the fact that the camera was so zoomed in. I didn't get to see how high the bat went. So
that may have come down and hit the umpire like that other viral clip reacted to. Just knocked out the umpire. Oh my gosh!
Watch it again. It's so high, like tossing up the bat.
Yeah, dude, literally, if I was in that situation and I was the pitcher that gave up that home run, I wouldn't have even been mad at that bat flip. It was like, dude, you hit that so far.
Yeah. You think the old heads still have a problem with a situation like that? Even because bat flip, huge bat flip, they hate that, but the situation kind of calls for it, right? It's an intense game, like it's a walk-off, like you have the right to celebrate that, right?
I feel like you should. For sure. I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have felt like I had to police the game after that or like hit a guy intentionally or anything like that.
Bobby, what would be the equivalent to like pimping a home run from a pitching perspective? Like just like a yell, like after you struck them out?
That's a good question. I think Trevor Bauer like totes the line all the time on that topic. So
yeah,
pretty much anything he does, like the sword, he like completely, I've seen like in high school and college, like some guys like get culture canceled because they'll do like a Fortnite emoji after striking someone out. I think that's definitely completely out of line, and he deserves to get like completely ridiculed by his team for that. But yeah, anytime you do anything that Trevor Bauer does and you're not Trevor Bauer, that's deserving of ridicule.
This was probably one of the most unique benches clearing brawls I've seen. I don't know if you guys watched this. I watched this live and then like made a video immediately after, but Nick Castellanos gets hit. Prior to this, though, they gave up like 3 hits in a row, a home run. Nick gets hit with Bryce Harper on second base. I mean, to hit someone with Harper behind you is pretty tough. And like, you got to give it to him for like standing up for his teammate there.
Yeah, Bryce is he's just a down all the time. He's just a dog. He's just wanting to be in the fight at any given time. I would love to have him as a teammate.
Yeah. You know what? I want to see some of these baseball players who like get into a lot of fights. Let's throw them in the UFC ring with each other. You
just
know?
flip
That's
them
how we're
some
gonna
boxing gloves. All right, Manfred. I'm putting out a poll to get Manfred to do this, but anytime we have a brawl, it should be like hockey. We just flip him the gloves and say, all right, go 30 seconds.
Yeah, I agree. Just let him have it. Go at each other.
100%. I'm considering doing that for the college team I'm with right now. You guys got beef? Here you go. Handle it.
That's amazing. I think the best part about the benches clearing brawls, I'll put in quotes because nobody fights, is like the bullpen running out. Like every single time, that is the absolute best because they have to run like the furthest. And apparently it's this like unspoken thing. I think, Bobby, you told me this. Like you don't want to be the last one out, right? That's like really
100%.
bad if you're the last one from the bullpen. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I completely understand it. I just don't understand why they don't trip each other like on the way out because they're literally running right next to each other, and neither of those guys like want to fight each other. They only want to fight the position players. So I think the unspoken rule within the unspoken rule is that pitchers don't hit pitchers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's a thing because I've never seen it. So
that's totally a thing, bro. Wow.
Yeah. We just hate you position players, bro.
Wow. I mean, you guys suck too. It's okay. Mutual.
I think we can hit harder than you, though. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a wow. Wow.
You guys can rotate pretty hard, but all we do is throw baseballs. And I feel like that's pretty in sync with where the arm position is going to be for a punch.
Uppercut, was right up there with a baseball swing.
We're used to dodging 113 mile an hour fastballs away from our face on a comebacker.
Yeah, that's true. But that's coming from like 60 feet away. That's not like with me like faking a jab and then coming with the uppercut,
You can't swing anywhere near 113 miles an hour, though.
Yeah, but I got the deception. I'm going to take you over there and then boom. Pitchers aren't athletes, so it should be easier for us, right?
Bro, our entire career as a righty is to do this, where we are using this eyeball to make sure you're not stealing. So we got we got peripheral view, bro. We got you.
You know what? I'll just come with the bat. How about that?
That right there is a felony, mister. And you might get like 6 of my teammates to freaking just completely end you.
That was funny. Okay. Well, I don't know who wins. I think you both made very valid points, but we'll end with like a fun would you rather. I love this question. Would you rather play for your favorite team but stink and never make the playoffs, or play for your arch rival and win multiple championships?
Ian, I'll let you go first on this one.
So when I think about this, my mind immediately goes to none other than Barry Bonds, the best player on a team who never won a World Series. I think he went to the playoffs once, but they didn't win, of course. And that's probably like he broke every record there was to break as a hitter, pretty much all the ones you want to break at least. And he still didn't have a ring. And I think that is something that's always going to eat at him. So I would have to go with play for a rival and win some championships.
Yeah. I think in my career, the one thing that always stood out, I forget who told me it, but it's not about the winning for me. It's about the freaking losing. I can't stand the feeling of losing a game. So if you're on a team that's just constantly losing, I think for me personally, like it's not necessarily a loyalty thing. It's just the inner competitor in me. I just want to win some ball games. So yeah, it's very easy, and the game is so small that it's very easy to go from being a rival to being your best friend. So I think the baseball is so like cool like that, where you're gonna think it's your rival, but you've played with like 6 of those guys before. As soon as you get there, you're gonna be like best friends with half of them. So yeah, I'll take the winning team 10 times out of 10.
Me too. Put me on Boston. Send me on the Red Sox. I would like to win multiple championships.
Yeah.
I just, like you said, I feel like I can't. Like, I also think of Mike Trout. Like, Mike Trout's going to go down his career and be like, wow, I made the playoffs freaking one time. Like, this sucks. I never got to, and the Angels aren't even his favorite team. Like, that's what really sucks about poor Mike Trout's in a shitty situation. Like, the Angels wasn't my favorite team when I was growing up, but now I'm going to be loyal to them. I feel bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, put me on the arch rival.
Yeah, great character. He might pay for it in the long run by never getting to win the way that he wants. But at least he won't be looked at like a Kevin Durant type, you know?
Yeah, for
sure.
Totally agree.
Yeah. A lot of Angels fans are mad at your opinion, Kate, because they lost Ohtani.
I'm sorry. Angels fans are really, they're getting really mad at me every time I speak about Ohtani. I'm like, I'm just going to stay out of this with the Angels fans.
You'd think that the Yankee fans are going to hate you now after you said you would be willing to play for the Red Sox.
With ease.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah.
He's totally sold, right?
There was no internal battle. Like, you had to like show us that this is a hard decision. It was like,
she's like already switching the cap from Yankees to Sox, bro, like mid conversation.
Dude, Yankees fans are nuts. I filmed a video with the Dodgers hat on the other day. They're like, what is wrong with you? Like, you would have thought I did the worst. Oh my gosh, they actually flipped out. They were like, she's not a Yankees fan. She has an LA cap on. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's fine. I know. I should have showed the internal battle, though. I do agree.
100%.
It's already clipped and out there on the web. It's viral on TikTok.
Gosh, who is this? This is not the Yankees girl. What is she saying? Anyway, it's pretty much all I have for this week. You guys want to close with anything?
I just want to see Ian in those cleats freaking running like the wind.
It won't be like the wind. It'll be kind of heavy, but
those things look so heavy, bro. I am not about to run poles in those things. Sorry, Adidas, but I don't work with you, so I can say that.
Unfortunately, I don't have any words of wisdom for you guys other than I'm just fired up that I started paying my phone bill. I feel so responsible.
So proud of you, bro. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, this was fun. Happy to be back. See you guys.
Great to have you back, Kate.
Thank you.
Someone's